Oh, oof. Alhamdulillah.
Come not of my
Alhamdulillah.
No,
flesh,
we're
but
not talking
from
about
he who
Gospel
sent
John.
me.
We're talking about we're talking about Isaiah
Well,
48, line
well,
16.
well, well. You're talking about Isaiah, right?
Yes, correct. I'm talking
Right,
about Trinity, and I'm saying that in Isaiah, the Old Testament, it says,
right,
"And
right.
now the sovereign
How
Lord
come the
has sent
Jews? How
me,"
come the Jews reject the Trinity then? If it's in their Old
because
Testament,
in Isaiah 53, it clearly says that the Jews will reject.
wait,
So
read it.
who's well,
Wait, read it again. Read it again.
so I can send you the link as well in the back chat just to make sure. I want to be fair.
It won't matter because nothing of what you said displays a Trinity. Displays a Trinity between three persons.
Okay, so if it's not a secondary
One
person,
essence, three persons is the Trinity, my friend.
who is
Is Isaiah saying that?
who
One
is
essence, three persons.
who's
Where's that in the Bible?
Dude, this is such bad argumentation. Can you please explain the intricacies of the Bible? Why doesn't the Bible explain the intricacies of the Trinity? Why? Why doesn't it explain that? Why? Why doesn't it teach me that? Why? Clearly it's fake. Clearly it's fake because it doesn't explain it to me. Completely. Absolute sophist tactics. This is nonsense. Try again, young man. Try again. This is obvious terrible
Is that
showing.
in the
okay? So
Bible? Is that
and
in
now the
Isaiah?
sovereign
If it's in the Bible, that means it's true. But apparently it's the Bible's been corrupted by the Jews. So we can't win with these fucking people. And they use people very loosely. I don't think they're not. I don't. Well, to say they're people, that means they're complete in like cogency and in aptitude. I don't think they qualify for those things. I really don't. I don't think Pakistanis really have surpassed any sort of bar in that regard. And the fact that they're Muslim is, I think, low IQ people is where the Muslims go to really recruit because they don't view them as valuable. It's easy to grab low IQ people and tell them, "Hey, go kill somebody, and you're gonna get fucking 72 virgins." What do you mean? So fucking retard with nothing to lose in Islam? Yeah, of course. Why not? This is the thing, though, Rocky. This is the thing, and I say this with complete humility, that we can only we speak about the Trinity not because we came up with it, because it's revealed to us in Scripture. Prima scriptura. Okay, we believe that Scripture is a very foundational part of the church. That it's not that we made it up; it's in the text. It's not just like we make it up. We didn't just go, "Oh, there's three gods." We didn't just do that. That doesn't make any fucking sense. It's stupid. Nobody would believe us if we did that. Teriak was being a little nice to him, which is fine, which is what we should be. And I'm not going to denigrate him for being nice to this retard. Man's comprehension is limited. I agree. I absolutely agree, Rocky. I'm not going to fight you over this. What we understand is revealed in Scripture. What we don't understand, I'm not going to sit here and explain the intricate nature of the Trinity in its entirety to anyone. No, and if anybody else has some sort of explanation of the Trinity in its totality, I feel bad for you, because there's no one here that can describe God fully in words in a finite language that us as creatures have been bestowed by God to communicate with each other. Sorry, not going to happen. I'm fine with that. But what God has revealed to me, I understand. I understand relations. I understand a triad relational system. I understand that. Anyway, let's listen to some more of this fucking garbage heap.
God says, the sovereign Lord has sent me. How can God send himself?
The sovereign Lord has sent me. So does it say who he sent or not?
Yo, Rocky, why don't you come up here, buddy? Since you got a lot to say down there, why don't you come up here? You know, I know me and you fucked around, and we had some sort of big disagreement. But come on up, man. Did I put the streamer link down there? Maybe I didn't. You're more than welcome to come up here and talk about this. But I'm gonna let this play.
But it's the second person. That's all I'm saying. It's the second
Okay,
person, correct?
okay. So there's two people. We just don't know if the other guy's Jesus. That's
we
ridiculous.
can get to that in a sec, but I just want you to
but
concede
hold
that
on,
this
hold
is
on.
two
That's
persons.
only two. Where's the third guy? I thought there was three.
Endowed
thought
with
there
his
was
spirit.
three.
That's the third. That is the third that we just conceded in Genesis 1:26. So in Genesis 1, he talks about the spirit, and when he mentions the spirit and God were there at the beginning.
No, it doesn't.
He
It
says,
does,
"Let
no,
us."
it mentions a spirit and it mentions God. It doesn't mention
Yes,
Jesus.
and then
it doesn't
and
mention
then it
Jesus.
says,
and right here,
Yeah.
it doesn't mention Jesus at all. And it's not showing you that there. It's three. It's three persons
It's two
with one
people here,
essence.
though.
What?
And now the sovereign
where
Lord
does it
has
say-
sent me,
Where does it say that those three people have
endowed
one
with
essence?
his spirit.
Does it say
And
anywhere
now
that?
sovereign. And now
okay,
the sovereign Lord has sent me,
It
endowed
looks
with his
like you
spirit.
don't know what the Trinity is.
I'm asking you, what does this mean then?
What is the Trinity?
The Trinity is one essence, three people. And I'm
Where
telling
does
you,
it say that? Where does it say that in what you just read?
and now the sovereign Lord has sent me, endowed with his spirit. That's three people. That's three persons.
Three persons, and it says they have one essence. Where?
Oh, I'm asking you, what could this
No, I'm
possibly
asking
mean?
you. I'm asking you where you made a claim. You said this shows the Trinity, but it doesn't. There's no homoousia there. There's not three people in one essence.
So
It's not talking about essence at all. It's not making a
sovereign
distinction
Lord,
between essence and existence
Father,
at all.
the sovereign Lord, Father, has sent me. So who's me in that sentence?
The sovereign Lord has sent me. Yeah, I'm asking you, who's the me in that sentence?
Okay, so God is speaking, and God
Does it
says,
identify it
and
as
now-
Jesus? So it fails to identify Jesus there, is what you're claiming.
No. What I'm saying is there's three people in the sentence.
Right. But one of them's supposed to be Jesus, and it doesn't say that. And then it also
it's-
doesn't clarify
it's
that
God-
they're all one
It's
essence.
Isaiah is making the prediction
Okay.
that
So
God is
so
speaking,
so Jesus
and,
isn't
and
mentioned.
God is telling us
So
that
Jesus
the sovereign
isn't
Lord
mentioned.
has sent
Right.
me, endowed with his spirit. Correct?
Right. So you quoted a verse where it doesn't mention Jesus and it doesn't have three in one essence.
The sovereign Lord has sent me.
So how does that
So
prove the
who's
Trinity?
me? Who's me?
Yeah. So
Who
Jesus
is me?
So Jesus isn't sovereign, right?
The sovereign Lord has sent me, endowed with his spirit.
Right.
What does that
right.
mean?
So you think that's Jesus talking?
No. That's God talking.
God is saying that the sovereign Lord sent himself?
Correct. Because we see in line 12, he says, "I am he, I am the first, and I am the last." You conceded that this was God speaking, correct?
Yeah, so where's two people in that?
So then God says, "And now the sovereign Lord has sent me, endowed with his spirit." That's three people, correct?
Still not two people.
How can God
You're
send
saying
himself?
you're saying you just now claim that God sent himself, and then you claim there was three people there.
Yes, this is what the sentence
So-
says. And the sovereign
so
Lord
that's-
has sent me, endowed with his
so-
spirit. That's three people.
Yeah, but he sent himself. How could that be more people?
Because the Trinity exists. The Trinity is
Yeah.
true. Because
Yeah, but
otherwise,
where-
you need to explain. You need to explain
where's
what
the
he means
essence?
by this. Then,
No, I don't. Where's the essence there? Who is he sending?
because how can God send himself?
It doesn't. You're the one claiming that he sent himself.
I'm reading from Isaiah 48.
So what? I don't follow Isaiah.
We just affirmed that the Quran treats the Torah as the truth. And you just affirmed
I just told
that
you,
God is
I just told you that in Surah Baqarah it says that the Jews wrote into the book with their own hands. We reject the Torah. So what are you talking about?
So the Jews
Pay
reject the
attention,
Torah.
Tariq.
This is what I'm asking you. Then what does this line mean? And now the sovereign Lord has sent me.
It means nothing to me. It doesn't prove a 3-in-1 essence. It's a bunch of nonsense. To me, it actually says that God sent himself, which is redonkulous, and it doesn't prove a single thing.
So again, like we said, this is mentioned in the Old Testament.
Yeah.
When God is talking about,
let me ask
when
you.
God is talking,
Yeah, let me ask you a question.
I'm the first and I'm the last. And then he
Yeah,
says,
let me ask
and
you
now
a
the
question
sovereign Lord
going
has
off of
sent
this.
me endowed
Yeah,
with
let
his
me ask
spirit.
you a question going off of this. Was Jesus a Jew?
This is irrelevant to what we're talking about.
No, it's
we're
not.
talking about
No,
Trinity.
it's not. No, it's not. You
We are
follow
talking-
the book of Isaiah, right? That
we're
was written
talking
by
about the Trinity.
the
Correct.
Jews, right? Was Jesus a Jew, right?
Correct. And when we go to Isaiah 53, it's just going to take me a while to quote this. He says, "Who has believed our message, and to whom he has the arm of the Lord been revealed? He grew up before him like a tender shoot, and like a root out of dry ground. He had no beauty or majesty to attract us to him." Speaking about the Jews, talking about Jesus here. "Nothing in his appearance that we should desire him. He was despised and rejected by mankind, a man of suffering and familiar with pain. Like one from whom the people hid their faces, he was despised, and we held him in low esteem. Surely he took up our pain and bore our suffering, yet we considered him punished by God, stricken by him and afflicted. He was pierced for our transgressions. He was crushed for our inequities." So again, this is Isaiah. He's talking about predictions here. And when the Lord is saying that the sovereign Lord has sent me, and then he mentions in Isaiah 53 that he will be pierced for our
you are quoting from a
transgressions.
book. You are quoting from a book where the entire point of the book is the
Correct.
domination of the Jewish people. They come to rule the world in the book.
What Isaiah
talking
is
about the messianic. No, hold on. Hold on. Hey, hold on. Let me talk
I'm giving
now.
you context.
Hey, hold on. Let me talk now. Oh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and talk because this guy just went on quoting Bible verses for a while. The whole thing is that Isaiah is about the domination of the Jews, right? In Romans 11:25, it says that a partial hardening has come upon Israel until the fullness of Gentiles come into the fold. The whole entire Romans and Isaiah is about the salvation of Israel. It has nothing to do with Jesus. Jesus is not mentioned in Isaiah at all. The entire verses that you're referring to
is pierced for our transgressions.
The entire verses that you're referring to, the Jews interpreted as the suffering Messiah that will come before the Messiah, son of David.
And Isaiah 53.
So we
Isaiah 53 predicts
total
that the
false
Jews will reject him.
interpretation of Isaiah.
It doesn't. Isaiah says in Isaiah 53 that the Jews will reject Jesus. Can you name anyone else who was pierced for our transgressions?
Was Jesus a Jew?
I'm telling you, this is what Isaiah is saying.
Paul was a Jew. Paul was a Jew. Did he reject Jesus?
There are people. Technically, Paul's a Christian, according to you.
No, Paul said he was a Jew. He said he's from the tribe of Benjamin. He said he was circumcised on the 8th day, and he says he follows Jesus.
So why did you mention why did you mention Paul being a Christian in your opening statement?
Where did I mention Paul being a Christian?
Because again, your opening statement, if you want to read your opening statement again.
I said that Paul influenced the worldview of several epochs, right? So I'm talking about Christianity and liberalism in my opening statement.
Yeah. So how can Paul influence the Christians but not be a Christian?
Well, Paul started the church, but he considered himself a Jew. Is that false?
So again, I'm trying to get an answer out of you.
Did Paul consider himself a Jew?
Well, I'm asking you, is he a Christian?
Did Paul consider himself a Jew? Answer the question.
So let me ask you something, Rocky. This is such a ridiculous thing. Paul was a Jew. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, but he also said that there's no longer Jew or Gentile.
Correct. Thank you, Rocky. This is basic stuff. This isn't like deep theological, like rigmarole stuff, like whoa, woozy. Like this isn't like we're trying to trick you stuff. Like it's very clear Who does why does Paul rebuke Paul? What does Paul rebuke Peter over? Can you remind me of that, Rocky?
That you had to follow the traditions of circumcision. Well, they were rituals that were done away with at the cross because all the rituals represented the cross. The cross was completed, so no longer needed to. You don't sacrifice a lamb when the lamb has already been sacrificed. It was
my point is that Paul rebukes Peter for Judaizing.
Yeah. Right.
So if Paul is sitting here rebuking Peter for Judaizing, where does this idea that Paul is this secret Jew sort of converter of Christians?
Paul is explaining that he was a Judaizer, that he was,
yes,
I am from the tribe of Benjamin. I knew all the law. But he counted it as dung.
Correct. Thank you, Rocky.
Dung.
Thank you. Yes,
Okay.
it was shit. It was shit because it's over with.
Mm-hmm.
Right? It's over with.
Right, with the new covenant.
The Mosaic law is over with. It's done away with altogether. We're not under some obligation that pork is dirty or we need to have things off on Saturday. Correct?
Yeah. The law was to show us that we're sinners, that we can't keep the law.
Correct. Thank you, Rocky. Thank you. I knew bringing you up here would be very edifying. Thank you, sir.